Beginning our day, September 19th, 2025. We have a rule at Abhayagiri that if you're a monastic at Abhayagiri and you miss morning puja, then you have to come and bow to the Ajahn and state the reason why you missed. So I missed morning puja this morning, so I can confess that with the Sangha. It's like as soon as I try to start sitting again, then something happens which makes me think, oh, I'll have to take it easy this morning. So the change of weather causes the body to change in various ways. It can cause a little bit of a flare-up. But it's okay enough, but it felt like it was probably best to not sit this morning. So that's my excuse for missing. But one good thing that is good to recollect is just how many meditations we have been to. So those of us who have been at this for a long time, then just recollecting past practice experiences can be useful. And for those of us who are newer, then creating those good practice experiences is important at this time. So it's very good to remember as Anagarika, junior monk, Anagarika, novice, one vasa bhikkhu, then being very diligent with always getting to pujas, always doing the wanaprasits, and to the point that I would be very tired sometimes during the morning puja, so I'd get very, very tired and would fall asleep during the morning sit. And so when you push yourself, it's natural that you're going to get up against some drowsiness, so that's okay, that's to be expected. And we just have to work with that. But I fell asleep one day, I think I was one vasa bhikkhu, and I fell asleep during the morning puja, and I started having a dream that I had missed morning puja. And in the dream, I was kind of hitting myself for missing morning puja, and I was still in my kuti in the dream. And then I woke up and I thought, oh, I'm here, I'm in morning puja. Oh, good, okay. Whew. I didn't miss morning puja. I actually did go after all. But then once we become more intent on the practice, it will make it into our dreams, and that way it'll be fully internalized. So it is very, very beautiful weather right now, very perfect temperature. Feels like things have been the dust has been settled temporarily and things have been washed clean. So just to enjoy the environment during the work period and just enjoy what we have and take a look at just enjoying the fresh air as you're working, whether it's in the workshop or in the kitchen or whatever. When you go outside, just to kind of breathe in the fresh air. This is one part of Anapanasati, is always coming back to the breath. So it's something to try in order to keep the mind mindful this morning. And be careful with too much talking. If there's too much talking, mindfulness will go down. So it's good to actually talk when necessary. Don't have to not talk at all, that's also not necessary, but middle way, talking at the right time and speaking what is valuable. There's different types of right speech. So there's musawada veramani, which is the refraining from lying. That would be a very coarse form of wrong speech. But then there's parusaya vachaya, which is harsh speech, refraining from harsh speech. So whenever we feel we get triggered by something, or we feel we disagree, we overhear somebody saying something, we disagree with it, and we want to tell them that they're wrong, so then that can be harsh speech. Pisunaya vachaya, that's divisive speech, so that can be a bit more subtle. I've actually seen it a fair amount in the Sangha. Not as much here. I've seen it a bit more in Thailand, but have seen it here as well. And it can be, sometimes we can not be aware that we're doing it and the definition of divisive speech is when we talk about, say, Jankai, you know what Tanrakito said about you? Something really bad. And then I go to Tanrakito and say, you know what Jankai said about you? He's really said something really bad about you. So to divide them, they're harmonious right now, but then I say, oh, I don't want them to be friends anymore, so That's divisive speech. That's the definition of divisive speech. And then this sambapalapa is called idle chatter, is how it's translated. It's an onomatopoeic word, sambapalapa. So the literal meaning is speech which is useless. So if we find ourselves just kind of, if our speech is just not really useful, but it's just kind of, we're kind of thinking out loud, or we're just kind of taking somebody's attention away when we don't really need to, then that would be sambapalapa. But sometimes we need to chat with somebody, or kind of being there for them. That wouldn't be sambapalapa. But if it's just fluff, you're just filling up the silence because the silence is uncomfortable, that would be sambapalapa. So these are the 4 types of speech to be mindful of. I'll leave that as a reflection this morning.